Come on, let's go!
I love football because you get a chance to really change young people's lives. He jumps up and intercepts the ball. Number one is honesty, so just be honest. Number two is just treat women with respect. There's no reason for you to disrespect a young lady. Third thing I talk to them about is drugs and alcohol. You can't go be the best player you want to be with drugs or alcohol in the system. You can't. My name is Charlie Strong. I'm a collegiate head football coach. I've always have felt like that I am a role model for African Americans, and because I look at so many of their backgrounds, and because you deal with so many young people, and this game here is a lot of African Americans. And for them, a lot of them grew up with no father figure. A lot of them grew up where they didn't have anything. So they're looking at this game as a way for them to make a living. And if they're good enough, they have a chance to go play on the next level. And that's what you're trying to do. But the key thing, more importantly than anything, is to get them a degree. Because if you get them a degree, then you give them a chance to be successful in life.
And Coach and I believe in a lot of the same things. I feel like we were raised up, you know, a lot the same with our parents and just some of the beliefs that they had.
Well, I grew up in a very small town in Arkansas. I was one of 8. At that time, you didn't know if you didn't really have anything. You know, like if you were poor, you was poor, but you really didn't know it because there was enough people around you where they were in the same position that I was in. And that's just the way we were raised. Just be fortunate about what you have and be happy about what you have, because it could be worse than what it actually is. You know, my mom, she would do everything she could to provide for us. If you don't have anything to do, then you think of ways to get into something you shouldn't be doing. I played every sport because I just wanted to stay busy. So I had a coach, and his name was Coach Burks, and he was a guy that kind of took us under his wings. At that time, it wasn't much racial tension then, but he never looked at anything as black and white. It was just, I'm helping someone, and that's the way you always have to look at it. You know, it doesn't, you know, color has nothing to do with it. It's just who you are as a person. I want you to step up to the back. I want you to put your right shoulder here. I want you to drive your feet, and then I want you to move the back. I was the first African-American at Texas. When an African-American coach becomes a head coach, we shouldn't say, hey, he's the first, or we got to do this. No, just let him coach, let him be himself. And then if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. I was coaching at the University of Florida, and I saw one of their coaches had on a pair of Birks. And then I said, God, it was looking comfortable. I'm gonna go get me a pair. I wore them every day. I mean, every day I wore Birks. I got a lot. It's like, you know, it's like you guys collect tennis shoes. I collect Birks. Hey, Coach, I went and got a pair of those shoes. I said, they're called Birkenstocks. They're not a pair of those shoes. They're called Birks. They're Birkenstocks, okay. Football is just a game where you have a chance to just build teamwork, and you build togetherness. And anytime you talk about a team, you're bringing about so many guys from different backgrounds. And now you're trying to get them to form and become one. And you form relationships that just last forever.